All right, I'm just gonna be straight up. I think buying and reselling iPhones on Facebook Marketplace might just be one of the best side hustles that you could start in 2023. You can literally start with less than $100 capital to start out. You don't need to spend a bunch of time testing out ads or finding a winning product. And I think you could fairly easily do this while still working a 9-to-5 job. In today's video, I'm gonna be taking a full week to go buy phones and see how much profit I could make in a full week phone flipping with one catch. I'm only allowed to buy phones after regular work hours, meaning Monday to Friday, I can only buy phones after 5 p.m. and I could buy phones all day on the weekends. I'm starting this challenge on a Friday, so I believe if you include today, that gives me until next Thursday to buy phones and see how much money I could make. All right, so it is already 6:10 today, or sorry, 6:11, so we can start finding phones and going to pick them up. I think typically I am gonna let myself look during the day and then just go pick up the phones in the evening, but I literally decided to make this video 20 minutes ago, so I'm just gonna go on Facebook and see if we could find anything to pick up today. All right, so we just found our first phone of the day. It's an iPhone XR that I'm gonna be picking up for $80, and we should be able to sell it for anywhere from $230 to maybe $250. I'm gonna go pick it up now, and then hopefully we could find a couple other phones while we're out that way. All right, so this angle is probably less than ideal, but we just picked up the iPhone XR. It's honestly in super good shape. I just got to do a new screen on it, so we'll probably be out the door like 110 on it after we do a screen. Probably have another 30 minutes of light, so I'm gonna sit in this parking lot, try to find a phone. If I don't find anything, I'm just gonna call it a day with the first one. $130 profit is pretty solid for the first day. We're starting off in a pretty decent spot, and then we have the whole weekend now to buy a whole bunch of phones. All right, so we just got back to the office now. It looks like, unfortunately, today is only gonna be a one phone day just because we started so late. I went ahead and made a Excel sheet to track what we bought. So our cost for the phone was $80. It's gonna cost us $18 to get it fixed. Our target sale price is $250, which should leave us with $152 in profit, which is pretty much a full day's work for some people. So honestly, I'm pretty happy with that for the first day, especially considering it's only been a couple hours. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a screen on this phone real quick, and then we'll start back up tomorrow and hopefully have a busy day picking up phones. So today's pretty important. Saturdays are by far the most important day of the week when it comes to buying phones. Pretty much everyone who didn't list their phone throughout the week normally lists on Saturday and Sunday, and it just gives you the most time to find phones and pick them up compared to if you're limiting yourself to like 5 to realistically like 9 p.m. is when it gets dark. I'm just gonna get straight into it and start looking for phones, and hopefully we could find something to set up for this morning. So it has been a couple hours since our last shot. We're on coffee number 2 of the day. We do finally have a few phones locked in. We have a 12 Pro for $300 and 2 iPhone 8s. One of them we're getting for $50 and the other one we're getting for $20 because it has some cracks on it. All in all, for 2 p.m., we're in a pretty decent spot despite it being a little bit slow today. I think we should be around like $300-400 profit so far. It's only 2 p.m., so we have plenty of time to find some other phones today. All right, so we just got to the first location to meet up with the person for the iPhone 8 that we're getting for $20. This should be here any minute now. And then we're gonna grab that, and then we have another 10 minutes away to grab the 12 Pro and 8 from the other person. Phone number 1 has been secured. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't test it. It's a $20 phone. Some cracks on the front and the back, but still like $100 profit. Not a bad buy. Sometimes when there's not a lot on the market, you gotta get a little bit more scrappy with what you buy. You could always find something that you can make profit on. So the next phone we're picking up is another 5-10 minutes away. I'm gonna go grab that and then hopefully find a few other phones. We've done well. We got an iPhone 8 from her for $30. It was originally $50, but it had a crack on the screen, so we got a better price on it. And we got the iPhone 12 Pro for $300. Both over $100 in profit, and we got them both at the same time. And then we also got 2 more phones set up. We found an iPhone 12 Pro that's like perfect condition that we're gonna be picking up for $400, which is pretty good because we don't need to do anything to it and we could sell it right away for probably like $550, maybe $6. But I also asked her if she had any other phones for sale, and she has an 11 Pro Max with a cracked screen that we're gonna be buying for $175, which makes that all right deal even better. So we're gonna go pick those up now. I'm stoked. This day started off pretty slow and I'm glad it's kind of working out and we're getting more phones. Sometimes you just have to go out, and once you're out, you find a whole bunch of more phones to pick up and it just works out as you go. Haven't done the math on all these phones, but it's looking like this Saturday is gonna be a pretty profitable day. And now we are off to the next phones. 12 Pro and 11 Pro Max have both been secured. Gonna head back to the office now and take a look at everything we got. We just got back to the office and I went ahead and put all the phones we picked up today in our spreadsheet that we're doing for this challenge. It looks like our total projected profit for today is just under $1,000, $990 to be exact, which is honestly pretty crazy because today was a pretty slow day on the marketplace. And we were definitely getting creative to find these phones. So if there's one takeaway for anyone who's trying to get into this business and is watching this video, do not forget to ask people if they have other phones available for sale. Pretty much half of the phones we got today, and honestly the most profitable phones we got today, were phones that weren't even listed on Marketplace. They just happened to have laying around that they were willing to sell us. We were able to create like pretty much double the profit just by doing that. And I'm pretty satisfied with this because today was a fairly slow day on Marketplace. So pulling out $990 in profit on a slow day is definitely something I'm pretty stoked on. It's currently 6 p.m. and we're already at $990 profit, which is super solid, but I do have a dinner I want to go to tonight. So I think I'm gonna cut the rest of the day short, and anything I do end up finding tonight, I'm just gonna schedule and try to pick it up tomorrow. We definitely risk losing something, but it's a risk I'm willing to take. All right, so I lied. I found another iPhone 12 pretty close to where we were going for dinner. So I just picked this up for $300. This will be the last phone of the day, and then I will set anything else up I find for tomorrow morning. Oh, hello. Not gonna lie, last night was a little bit of a late night and I started off today a little bit late. I didn't start looking for phones until like 11 or 12 today. Found an iPhone 13 Pro Max for $400, which is gonna be like $15 to fix. Just needs a back glass replacement that we should be able to sell for like $1,000 to maybe even $1,200 at the high end of what those sell for. We made up for it and we have a super solid start to this morning. So, turns out that the iPhone 13 Pro Max we just went to pick up was actually an iPhone 12 Pro Max, which is an honest mistake. They do look identical. The person I was buying from was nice, and when I pointed out the fact that it was a 12 Pro Max, we worked out a better deal. I was able to knock off $100 off of the purchase price for it. We're still gonna make like $400 on this phone, which is a really good flip. It's not gonna be the $700, $800 flip that a 13 Pro Max would have been. It is what it is. We're just gonna have to keep looking and see if we could find anything else to pick up today. All right, what's up? This is Monday, the first day of the week. I had a super busy day today. And to be honest, I didn't even look for phones, but it's the end of the day and I found an iPhone 8 for $80 that is pretty close. Not a crazy deal, but a quick $70 just so we make some money today, and we'll go full swing tomorrow. It is Tuesday, and this was our first full day only being able to find phones after 5 p.m. and actually having time to look for phones. Yesterday, we literally bought one phone. We just got an iPhone 8. Life happened. It was just a super busy day and I was all over the place. Pretty realistic. I think if you were to try to replicate this, life would happen. Yesterday was pretty much a write-off. Today we were looking all day. Started to realize the shortcomings of doing this as a side hustle. It is a little bit frustrating only having to meet up with people after 5. We found an iPhone 13 Pro Max for $500 that I would have been able to sell for Honestly, probably like $1,200, so it would have been like a $700 flip. But when phones are priced that well, they move fast. So the guy sold it to someone else within that time because he didn't want to wait till the evening. The good news is we did still find some phones that we're gonna be able to pick up today. So this one guy is upgrading all of his family's phones. So we got 4 iPhone 12s for $325 each, which we're picking up like right after 5. And even that, I'm still a little bit worried about that one because he seemed concerned about having to wait because he was getting a lot of messages. But he seems like he's willing to wait for us, so we should be fine. And then we also have an iPhone 12 Pro Max set up for 6 p.m. That one we're getting for $450, and we should be able to sell it for anywhere from like $600 to $650. Looking pretty decent so far. I think we're already looking at $500-600 profit for the night, and that's not including any other phones we end up finding later in the day. It is 4:15 p.m. We've already picked up all 4 of these iPhone 12s. Super good condition, came with the boxes. Should be able to sell these for maybe like $150 profit a piece. Super easy purchase. Guy was super nice. Not a bad way to start the afternoon. Now we just have about a 30 to 40 minute drive to go pick up the 12 Pro Max. And then that's all we got. So we gotta keep looking, but we're gonna go grab that and hopefully find some more stuff while we're on the way. All right, so we just got back. It is 6 p.m. and we've already bought a 12 Pro Max and 4 iPhone 12s. And that doesn't sound good. And we've already made $700 profit 1 hour into our day. So I'm gonna consider that a win for today and just call it a day here. At this point in time, if you haven't seen my videos before, probably seeing me buy all these phones and say what my target profit is and wondering where I'm selling these. So typically in these videos, I show myself listing these on eBay and then I sell them on eBay. I've done that like 5 to 10 times now. I've showed that it's possible, and that's how your average person could get into it and do it. For the sake of this video, because I still have to operate my business and still have stuff to do, I am selling all of these phones to a wholesale buyer at these prices because I can and because I have the wholesale buyer. If you don't have a wholesale buyer, you can still go on eBay and sell these phones. I don't want to see people in the comments complaining about the fact that I sold them to a wholesale buyer and regular people can't do this. I have like 10 videos on my channel where I literally show the entire process of buying phones, listing them on eBay, waiting for them to sell. I've shown that that works and how to do that. When I'm making these videos now, I'm gonna sell them wholesale because I can and it's easier. If you're watching this video and you're trying to replicate it, you can do this. You just literally have to post them on eBay and sell them there. I've never had a phone not sell within a week or 2. You'll also notice that a lot of the phones I'm buying that end up being good deals are broken. For one thing, you don't need to buy broken phones. You could make good money just buying good phones and finding good deals on phones that are like perfectly working. But also, you don't need to fix the phones. I fix them just because I can sell them quicker when I fix them, and I have a tech and I have everything I need to fix them and get them in and out quicker when I actually fix them. But if I was just like one-off doing this, I would probably just list them at a discount on eBay. Probably make roughly the exact same profit without even fixing the phones that I buy that are broken. So you don't need to know how to repair phones to do this. You can literally sell them as is. You might be able to make a little bit more profit if you learn how to fix them, but you absolutely don't need to. The only reason I recommend fixing the phones is because repaired phones that are like perfect condition obviously have a much bigger market, so they sell faster. But it's by no means a necessity, and you could do this business buying phones just like this and then selling them just like this. That's all for my rant today. I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, so it is Wednesday around noon, which is our second last day to buy phones for this video. And I found this iPhone 12 listed for $200 in like perfect condition, which would have been an easy $250 to $300 profit flip. I messaged him right away. I pretty much had the phone. I asked him if he could meet today at 6:30. He said he wasn't available. And then I asked him what time works for him, and he said the earlier the better, as I do have people willing to come soon. And then he sold it. I'm not gonna pretend that limiting yourself to only after 5 p.m. is a hurdle and is gonna affect how many phones you can get, because we just lost out on like $300. Kind of frustrating having to wait till 5, but it definitely seems doable. I'm gonna keep looking and hopefully we find some other phones to grab today. I forgot my camera, so we're iPhone vlogging this, but it's exactly 5. I'm leaving now. We found an iPhone 13 Pro for $400 with a cracked back, which we should be able to sell for like $800-900. It's just the regular Pro, not the Pro Max. I'm leaving right away because this guy was getting a lot of messages and he was being a little bit difficult on this one. Hopefully I'm not driving 30 minutes away for nothing. I just dropped off the 13 Pro Max we just bought, or sorry, 13 Pro we just bought with my technician. We should have ready to sell tomorrow. That phone ended up being a super good buy. It's kind of stressful because the guy was being a little bit weird and was acknowledging how many messages he was getting, which sometimes people get greedy and then you lose the phone. It worked out and we picked it up. So yeah, it's only 6:30 now and we've already made like anywhere from like $400 to $500 in profit for the day. So I'm pretty satisfied with that. And hopefully we could find a couple more phones tonight. It is now the final day we have to buy phones. It is around 5:50 p.m. I actually already picked up an iPhone 11 today, right around 5, just because I was in the area when I found it. We bought this phone for $150, and I think we can sell it for anywhere from like $350 to $380 pretty easily. The market does seem pretty slow today. I haven't seen many other phones available at the moment. Just a quick update on the phones we have actually bought. We already sold like 4 of the phones on eBay, and we filled up a box this morning to one of my wholesale buyers and sold another, I think we have 6 or 7 phones in here. So yes, the phones do sell. Within the week we've sold a solid portion of them and they're on their way out. Just my luck that literally the last day we have to buy phones is the least busy day I've seen on Marketplace in quite a while. There's like no phones being posted right now. That being said, even on a slow day, we did buy an 11 that we're gonna make like 200 bucks on, so not terrible. It's around 8 p.m. We probably have another hour to look for phones and try to buy something before we have to call it a day. Going now to drop off the phones that we bought earlier this week. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep looking. Hopefully we find something else that we could buy before the challenge ends. And then we could go ahead and calculate exactly how much money we made this week. All right, so our week is officially over and we are no longer allowed to buy phones. And I'm going to calculate how much money we made in just a second. But first, I wanna talk a little bit about the spreadsheet we used in this video. It sucked. There's no way to sugarcoat it. I've been using spreadsheets like this for years when I do this, and they're terrible. I've never known how to do formulas and make stuff calculate automatically or anything like that. And I regularly make little errors because of that. I'm actually having to subtract what I paid by what I sold, and when you're doing it quickly, you mess stuff up and you miscalculate numbers, which isn't great. So after over 3 years in this business, I finally got fed up during this video and I went ahead and paid someone more than I'd like to admit to have a super sick spreadsheet made. All right, so pretty much you input all of your details on the inventory page in the blue columns, things like phone model, battery health, the condition of the phone, the IMEI number, as well as the price you paid, and any repair costs that you may have. And then it automatically calculates your projected profit per phone in the final column. It also automatically creates a live inventory list you can send to customers with all the details that a customer would ever want to know about the phones you have available. And it also has this super cool dashboard that gives you an overview of things like how much money you currently have in inventory, as well as what your projected revenue and profit are going to be. And here's the cool part. Once you input a final sales price for the phone that you purchased, it automatically removes the inventory from the live list you have available, and it automatically adds the profit from that sale to your monthly income, giving you a full overview of your entire inventory at all times and giving you an actual read on how much money you're making operating this business. I'm not gonna lie, I am kind of embarrassed. It took me 3 years to have something like this made. This has been absolutely game-changing for tracking my inventory. I did go ahead and make the exact template I just used available for purchase in the description below. So for anyone who's also running a phone flipping business and wants a full overview of all their inventory, I think this is the best spreadsheet I've seen to track it. So feel free to go ahead and click the link in the description below and purchase that. All right, just finished up inputting all the numbers and now it's time to look at our total profit. So our total profit is $3,292. Honestly, I think that number speaks for itself. I don't have much more to add. Phone flipping is no joke. This stuff works. If you like this video and you want to see more videos just like it, go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below, and I will see you guys in the next video.